Hey, welcome. So if you're here, it might be because you've been a victim of identity theft, or maybe you're just proactively looking to protect against cybercrime. Either way, it seems like you've reduced your decision down to LifeLock and Aura when it comes to the best identity theft protection software. Hey, I'm Brandon from Security Hero, and with cybercrime unfortunately on the rise, I want to first commend you for taking this first step in protecting yourself against cybercrime. As in most of my videos, I should have discount links available for you in the video description below, so make sure you check those out. Okay, so in this video, these are all of the things that we're going to compare between LifeLock and Aura. And I know as a YouTuber, I should probably leave my conclusion to the very end of the video to keep you watching, but I'll tell you up front, I think Aura is the better choice for most people. Let's talk about signing up with these. In evaluating sign up, we want a process that's quick, intuitive, that could be done by phone, by desktop, or by a mobile app, and that comes with no hidden annoying upsells. One thing to note, both of these services do require you to input personal identifying information, and yeah, there's a little bit of irony here. Kind of funny, right? In order to better protect yourself from cybercrime, you're being asked to turn over personal identifying information to a third party, and it's probably a third party that you're not super familiar with. So is this something you can get around? If that's your question, the answer to that, unfortunately, is no. In order for these services to work, you do need to provide them with some personal identifying information, like a first and last name, social security number. Really, the more information you're willing to give to one of these third parties, the better. I'll say that signing up for Aura as well as LifeLock, pretty straightforward for me, as well as for my team of testers. On average, for both of these apps, it took us about 10 minutes to get signed up. One thing to keep in mind for both services is to understand that they are owned by larger companies that provide a number of different apps and products. So if you sign up for Aura, make sure you're signing up for their identity protection and not their standalone parental controls. And if you sign up for Norton LifeLock, make sure you're signing up for LifeLock and not another Norton product like their antivirus. Unless you want to be signing up for that too, of course. Moving into insurance coverage, a lot of people are looking at Aura or LifeLock for the peace of mind that they would get with a healthy insurance policy against identity theft. So interestingly, while my preference usually leans Aura over LifeLock, I gotta say LifeLock currently wins on insurance policy. And that's because LifeLock offers up to $3 million per adult compared to Aura's $1 million per adult policy. The caveat here is that Aura provides us $1 million of coverage per adult on all of its plans, whereas with LifeLock, in order to get the maximum amount of insurance against identity theft, you've got to go with their top tier plan. So if we were comparing these two products in a vacuum and only add insurance coverage, LifeLock would be the clear winner, but stay tuned and I'll explain why you probably shouldn't go with them. Moving into monitoring here, I should say monitoring is really one of the most important things next to that identity theft insurance policy that you should be looking for in a good identity theft protection service. Monitoring covers everything from credit monitoring to asset tracking, so that's like home title monitoring, to dark web monitoring. So if your information is appearing out there for sale on the dark web, you want to know, right? Both of these services promise to provide that. This means there's a lot to unpack when it comes to monitoring, but we'll start with credit monitoring. And what you really want to be looking for is 3-bureau credit monitoring. So you want monitoring with Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. The reason you want 3-bureau credit monitoring, not just one, is because not all lenders make inquiries to the same credit bureaus. So you could envision a scenario where somebody takes out a loan, their name and the lender of that loan only pulls your TransUnion file, for instance. Now, if you go with LifeLock's standard plan, you're going to get credit monitoring with Equifax. If you're happy with single bureau credit monitoring, then know that Credit Karma offers this for free. You don't need to pay for it. For more comprehensive 3-bureau credit monitoring, go with Aura because you're going to get that 3-bureau monitoring with each of Aura's plans. You don't have to upgrade to a particular plan in order to unlock more monitoring with a particular bureau. When it comes to asset monitoring, I would also put Aura over LifeLock. The reason for this is Aura simply offers you the ability to monitor more things. So both monitor bank accounts, credit cards, addresses, phone numbers, social media accounts, social security numbers, and gamer tags. But Aura also offers loyalty cards, birth certificates, and even IP addresses. Personally, when it comes to monitoring, I would use one of these services primarily for the credit monitoring and the dark web alerts. The reality is that something like home title fraud, which is a big selling point for a lot of identity protection services, it's actually pretty rare and probably not something you need to monitor for. But credit monitoring is definitely something you want to practice. When it comes to dark web alerts, Aura has also consistently outperformed LifeLock, and I say this for a few reasons. One, you're just going to get results with Aura faster. With Aura, I got my initial dark web results back pretty much immediately upon sign up. LifeLock took, about 24 hours to return 12 alerts. At this point in the video, you think you know which one of these solutions is going to be a better fit for you, for your family. Go ahead, check those discount links in the video description below. Moving into customer support and threat resolution here. Customer support really matters. I've personally dealt with identity theft. The ability to get through to somebody, a threat resolution specialist, ideally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is really important. And this is why I don't like LifeLock. I want to like LifeLock. I would love to have a better commercial relationship with them so we could send people to LifeLock who go on to become happy LifeLock customers. But the truth is, our customer support is not good. To test this, we have called both companies repeatedly, consistently. Aura has outperformed LifeLock. With LifeLock, you're more likely to encounter phone trees, more likely to talk to an offshore agent, more likely to be shunted from department to department. You're more likely to be frustrated. LifeLock, after all, is owned by Norton. They bought the LifeLock product a few years ago. And yeah, the vibe you get when you're calling LifeLock is just that you're dealing with this big bureaucratic software company that doesn't necessarily have your best interests as the end user in mind. Or on the other hand, at least to this point, very easy to get in touch with. Their reps have been very professional. They followed up with me when I had the identity theft issue. They applied a special tag to my case. And I got a phone call 2 months after the fact, just making sure that everything was okay with me and asking if I had anything else that I needed help with. I feel like I probably wouldn't have gotten that same degree of care and support from LifeLock. Okay, let's move into extra features now. I'm going to cover this quickly because I think extra features for most people are probably not the reason you would go with one of these identity protection services, but I do want to cover them. One thing I would say for both of these companies is you probably don't want to get them for their extra features. So for instance, if you're in the market for a VPN, I would think you're better off just find a standalone VPN like a NordVPN that is going to do really what you want it to do, which is probably unblock content, add additional layers of privacy. That's going to be a better standalone VPN option than Aura's VPN, which is admittedly quite basic. That said, Aura's packages come with way more than LifeLock. You get the VPN, you get the antivirus software, you get online storage vault, you get parental controls if you go the family plan, you're going to get AI spam call protection, and you also get data broker removal services. None of them exceptional, all of them decent. Now, looking at Norton LifeLock here, one thing you might be considering is purchasing LifeLock for their antivirus. Norton's antivirus is good. It's definitely better than Aura's, but I wouldn't get LifeLock to get access to the antivirus. Instead, I would just purchase Norton antivirus as a standalone, or go with Bitdefender, go with Malwarebytes, go with, really one of the best, most premium antiviruses on the market. Now, a critically important question, especially for those of you with families to support: how much do these packages cost? The first thing to know, paying yearly will get you a lower monthly price than if you opt to pay monthly. So depending on whether you go with monthly or yearly, Aura's plans range from, I think, about $9 for individuals to around $25 a month per families. And again, we're going to have the best discount links available for you on the entire internet down in the video description below. Now, LifeLock's plans range from, let's see, $750 here up to $32.99 a month. And again, that's going to depend on whether you pay annually or pay monthly. Another area where I prefer Aura over LifeLock is they just have simpler packages. They're easier to understand. You don't need to upgrade in order to unlock a certain feature. Every package, each one of the 3 packages that you get with Aura, is going to be the same. The only difference is the number of adults and devices, or the number of people rather, and devices covered. Whereas with LifeLock, if you want to unlock a particular feature, well, you're going to have to upgrade. LifeLock is going to win on insurance, and it's probably going to win on brand recognition as well. More people know the LifeLock brand. But I think that's changing. Aura is growing quickly, and I would say today they are definitely one of the best, if not the best, identity theft protection services on the market. The core of its identity theft protection service is 3-bureau credit monitoring, its customer support hotline, dark web monitoring, and the add-ons like the data broker opt-outs, all combined to make Aura a very compelling option and definitely the better choice when compared to LifeLock. We've got discounts available for you in the video description below, and I'll see you in this video here. This is Brandon from Security Hero. Thank you for your time. Stay safe.